Hello, in this video we will be talking about colorism, how skin tone bias affects racial inequality. First of all, what is colorism? Colorism is a form of discrimination based on skin tone. It presents a subtle preference of light skin tone over darker ones. Unlike racial bias, which is usually perpetrated by individuals of one race against those of another, colorism is also frequently observed among members of same ethnic or racial group. It's learned early in life through more positive portrayal of light skin in media. Children of all races identified light-skinned cartoon characters as good in 2010 study by CNN. Colorism and beauty. In beauty industry, skin lightness is a big business. Global sales of skin lightening products are forecasted to reach 8.9 billion by 2022 by Xeon Market Research. In the wake of the protest against systematic racism, global corporations have committed to no longer sell products that mention skin whitening, but the product will still be available under different names using names like glowing, radiant, bright or clear, and will be presented as anti-aging wellness products. Colorism, a global phenomenon. In many countries in the global south, where white people are in minority, colorism is still presented as a vestige of colonialism. People with lighter skin tones benefit from preferential treatment in education, employment, and media representation. While colorism is not often mentioned as influencing employment outcomes, various academic studies have demonstrated the connection. A 2006 study showed that fair-skinned applicants received better rating than dark-skinned applicants in employment-related decisions. In 2009, a study demonstrated that skin tone bias played a role in favorability of black applicants for job openings, and may even be more salient and regarded more highly than one's educational background and prior work experience. Another study in 2018 extended to play as well, finding that lighter skinned young black adults attain a higher educational level, receive higher wages, and enjoy better quality jobs than their darker skinned co-ethnics. Colorism at work. Drawing on data from multi-city study of urban inequality and the National Survey of Black Americans, researchers were able to demonstrate that there is both an interracial and intraracial wage gap, which widens as the skin shade of the black workers darkens. The colorism wage gap is also present in legal immigrants to the United States, who even after a 4-year assimilation grace period, still experience a substantial pay disparity that could not be explained by the individual and job characteristic, ranging from 16% lightest to the darkest penalty up to 25% difference. As with colorism itself, the adverse outcomes of employment opportunities from individuals with darker skin tones may be observed outside of the United States too, and studies have shown this inequality in India and in South Africa. Cultural shift. The good news is that these larger social attitudes, while seemingly discouraging, are subject to change with time. As companies and individuals come to terms with systematic racism and carry out actions to make change, the odds are that this increased awareness will result in a reduction of bias over it. In the US, data from more than 4 million tests completed between 2004 and 2016 showed that participants' self-reported attitudes regarding groups defined by a number of identity dimensions shifted towards neutrality, and implicit bias also decreased, particularly towards race, skin tone, and sexuality in long term. Significant social events, including elections, new social policies, broad cultural trends, and social justice movement like Black Lives Matter all play a role in changing both explicit behaviors and implicit attitudes. To ensure that this same decrease is also felt when it comes to colorism, We need to be aware of the existence of skin tone bias to reduce racial inequality, ensuring that barriers to equal opportunity for dark skinned minorities are also fairly addressed.